What's good, everybody? It's King Prince here on behalf of the Royal Mag, and I have another very special guest here with me today. For the people who may not know, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Well, what's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? My name is Fa'Ever TheRealest. Yes, indeed. You know, I am into, my podcast right now. It's called Stuck at a Green Light. It's also, red carpet events, I throw events, and, I do music. So, yeah, that's me.
All right, so thank you so much for being here. I know you have to drive back to Vegas.
Yes,
I really appreciate you very, very, very much.
Yes.
So, Stuck at a Green Light, I think that is the perfect place to kick this whole thing off.
Absolutely.
So, okay, how did you come up with the name?
Okay, well, being a woman in the industry, you have to be very careful of the decisions you make with your personal life. So in my personal life, I became, a mother. I had to, take on responsibilities that took me away from the entertainment, like the way I wanted to do it. And in the midst of it, it was like 5 years later, I'm just like, this is like a stuck in a green light moment, and I thought about it like literally at a green light, wow. Being stuck. Like it's frustrating, okay? Yeah. Those of you who've been, especially if you're from LA, you know the vibes, okay? Being stuck at a green light is a very frustrating thing. So that green light is those opportunities, okay? But what has you stuck? And when you are stuck, what do you do about it? What is your reaction? What are your plans? What are your goals? Are you just frustrated? Are you angry? And are you going to just give up? So it's one of those things that's universal. And I always ask the question, when you hear stuck at a green light, what does that mean to you? And I always get a different answer. Like it doesn't matter. Like it's always, and people go deep. And some people take it as fun. Like, I mean, you smoke too much weed, you know what I'm saying? And some people go deep with it. Like, it's dark moments. It's times when, it's out of our control.
Yeah.
And we all, as entrepreneurs, we have those moments.
Absolutely.
But when you put that pedal to the floor and keep the gas going, you become successful in whatever it is that you desire to do.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, that is such a unique way to take something, a real moment, a real experience, and base everything around that you do. So that moment is always going to carry with you. You're always going to go back to that moment. And like you said, we all have these moments in different areas at different times, and it means something different from everybody else, to everyone else. And every time you ask that question, you're going to get an interesting story. And it's wow. I think that's great. That's it's a gift to have something like that. So, with that being said, like you said, you do events, you have your podcast now. Is this all under the Stuck at a Green Light umbrella, or does everything have a different name?
It's all under the Stuck at a Green Light umbrella. Actually, Stuck at a Green Light just took over. I started off with just the podcast alone. Okay. So the podcast is virtual. You can find it on my website. You can find it on YouTube. I put clips on Instagram and stuff like that. And it's virtual. Okay. And I just want to bring awareness to, the culture, to the community. Like to look at ourselves in the mirror sometimes. Like we always talk about racism and pointing fingers of why, as a culture, people that look like us is not excelling like they should. So we dive into that. That's stuck at a green light. It's like, why? So we have those type of discussions. Then I have entrepreneurs on my show, and then we talk about the entrepreneur. We talk about what they do, what they got coming up. I show content. So with Stuck at a Green Light, I met an artist, okay, shout out to music, young music.
I was gonna say,
let's be clear. Yeah, shout out to my boy, man. He blessed me with an opportunity, like, okay, well, you interview people, so how about you come to, Savvy Third, Cash Money West, come on and do red carpet as again. So before that though, I was doing like this backdrop thing at underground events.
Okay.
So artists that are not, they get off the stage and then that's it. It's like, no, like I want to know about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I did start doing that, so shout out to Chip Star, with the events and, so boom, I did my first red carpet, like 73rd, and I, got attention with different PRs and different people, and I just been plugged in, with Candy Cane, plug, and with Princess, so. Yeah, Princess Deshawn, you know what I'm saying? These are people that really saw what I was doing on the red carpet and it kept me going.
Wow. Okay.
So then that went into the red carpet events. After that, I'm like, okay, I learned the recipe and I started to do events. So I'm known for doing, the BET weekend industry mixers. And then, it's just, I'm the industry mixer queen. Let's put it like that. And then, stuck at a green light. Just.
Well, hold on, before you
those opportunities.
Before you go, because I don't want to miss that. Because you mentioned 3 very important people. Those are my people. So first of all, shout out to Young Music. He was on the cover of issue number 2 of the magazine.
Absolutely.
And so I know him from red carpets as well, and so many other things. And he's we've got some things in the works. So shout out to you, Young Music, and so he's a part of your story of how you first got started.
And it was nothing to him.
Yeah,
it was like, hey, this is the opportunity, and he just went on and did his thing, and I just continued doing my thing. It was just like he just opened the door and was like, come on.
Good guy. And then you also mentioned Princess Deshawn.
Yeah, Princess Deshawn, yes.
For those who don't know, she's a very strong black woman, publicist, and so many other things in this industry. These are 2 names that you're going to run into, and if you don't know, you need to know. So
you do.
She's been meeting the right people.
Yes.
Those are good people, so shout out to those.
Yes. Yeah. When you're on this journey of life, you just have people in your path and what you're trying to pursue and what you're trying to do, and the connection with these individuals were very spiritual.
Okay.
They were blessings. That it's people that you know in the industry and that can pull you in and help you with what you got going, and they don't. So when you have people that you don't know,
yes,
and they see you and they put you on, that is like a blessing like no other. And then they go on and do them. They don't come back like you owe me, or it's nothing but divine order.
You don't run into a lot of those people in this industry, so you definitely want to hold on to those numbers and maintain good relationships with those people, because they're definitely dimes, diamonds. Okay, wow, that's awesome. So let's talk about the events. I've also thrown events myself. I had a company that did that. So what would you say are some of the pros and cons of throwing your own events?
Well, the pros is you provide a safe space. You pray for it to be safe. But by the type of people that you're inviting to your event.
Sure.
You know what I mean? The type of artists you're going to have there, the type of vendors. Like, you are really in control of the environment. So that's a pro that I like, because I'm very, I like to create a safe space for people to come together, people that's in the industry, in the entertainment industry, in the business industry, whatever, to come together, have a good time. I have artists perform. But it's not just any artist, and shout out to all the artists out there, but come on, you have to be serious about what you're doing. And those are the type of artists that I like dealing with when it comes down to throwing these type of events. Just the essence of it, promoting others, just when you create something and it comes together, and you're looking at your accomplishment, and it affects everybody else.
Interesting.
And that's the pro.
I like that answer. So it seems like you like to help people.
I am. Yes, there we go. Yes, I think that's what God loves. Like, when you are, I am selfish.
In some ways.
Okay, but I'm selfless in many.
Okay.
So it's like, yes, I like to see others win. You know what I mean? Because I was coming up in the industry as a rapper at first.
We were going to get to that next. Yeah.
And these are the things that I wish I had. You know, that type of support, that type of opportunity. So I created my own.
There you go.
I created my own space to do my own. If I want to perform, I'm performing.
Yeah.
If I want to have a table, I'll have a table. Like, I created my own playground up in here. Like, you know what I mean? And so, as far as the cons of it, it's sometimes these big expectations for people who play small parts.
Very well said. Very well said.
And if the shoe fits, wear it well, because it's real.
Yeah.
You know, this is my platform. You know, this is my money. This is my time. And for other entities to come into that and feel like they have this type of entitlement is very, very mind-boggling.
Yeah. Definitely.
So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that's one interesting thing. Like I said, someone plays small role, big expectations. But you also said some things. So you're a creative as well. You like to create and see your visions and the ideas come to life. So I'm noticing that about you as well. You're very much a creative and an artist yourself. And so let's talk about the music career. So what is your stage name?
My stage, okay, so I started off as Thug Miss. You know, I was a big fan of Tupac. And, you know, I really understood what thug meant. Okay. You know, it's not that you're a gangster. It's not that you rob mother suckers. Like, it's more so that you come from the hood. You come from the slums. Like, you come from an environment that's gang infested. You know, you come from a lot of life-changing experience in the hood. Like, seriously, you know, guns and being robbed. People that's just ruthless. Like, you know, but yeah, people that are just like off the chain. And we have to survive through that.
Yeah.
The miss, it's like balance. So the miss side was, you know, I'm a lady. I go to school. I'm educated. You know, I'm, a nurturer. So the Thug Miss was balance. I ended up, getting a deal with Bernheim. It was a label deal, True to Life, shout out to True to Life Records. And I've experienced a lot. I'm just gonna leave it right there. Yeah. I experienced things that just didn't sit well with my spirit. And so I decided to move forward, and I was like, okay, Thug Miss is in the box. I want something that's out of the box. And then that's when Fa'Ever was born. I wanted my name to be Fa'Ever because everybody talks about forever, eternity. Diamonds are forever. I shine bright like a diamond. Eternity is forever. What we doing is forever. Yeah. When I'm no longer here, you can still go on YouTube and see me.
Yeah, absolutely.
My son will have something of me. Forever is legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
And that's how Fa'Ever became Fa'Ever. I had my own studio. I ended up just wanting to be independent, doing my music to myself. So right now in life, that's something that I just can do. Yeah. It's something I still do because it's a part of me. But as far as being an artist, it's something that I'm not really trying to pursue. Yeah. I would like to write for other artists, so hey, holla at your girl, but I have to have something, a catalog or something for people to see. Yeah. Like, why should I have you write my song? Okay, well, listen to the song that I already have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, the latest songs that I got out right now is Give Me the Money. Okay. Dope video. On YouTube, and the latest is Circus Clowns.
Oh wow, okay. I want to hear
Circus Clowns, yeah, you like that, I'll bump that for you right now. But yeah, Circus Clowns is a big message. It's really about people that, have these smiley faces and they really don't like you, or they really hate on you, some shape, form, or fashion type of way. Yeah. In my music, I like to have something to think about. I'm not just a punchliner. Okay. I'm a storyteller. You know what I mean? And so that's what I really enjoy about the music aspect. And that's why I have such a big heart for the music people, like the artists and the people that, why I do what I do. To provide, a platform to promote.
And your story is one that everybody can pretty much relate to. You know what I mean? A lot of things that you were saying, that's also my story as well. So going through that particular journey, now that you're in a position of where you can do what you want to do, which is to give back and help other people, you have a better understanding. You have more empathy, and you know where everybody's coming from because you've been there. So that puts you in a good position, and I think that makes you one of the best people to work with to be in that position because you've been there. So you know the BS and you know what's real, you know all that good stuff. So that being said, you have a good handful of things that you've been nurturing very strong, and they're all getting the right notoriety, notability, and so forth and so on. So what is, I don't want to say ultimate goal because you're going to keep evolving and keep going, but I'll say like the next 2 to 5 years, like where you want to see Stuck in the Green Light be.
I mean, I want to have my own production company, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Indeed. I want to be on a network or something. My own show like Wendy Williams, you feel me? So like,
I'll put you on game to something when we get off camera because it's not for everybody, but I definitely got something for you that'll help put you in a position for sure.
Blessed be.
Yeah.
It's blessings over here. You know what I'm saying? You don't just get an interview on Royal Magazine. You get blessings going.
Well, we do believe over here as well.
Amen. And I appreciate that as well. So.
Wow, that's the perfect way to end it. Wow, I wasn't expect this. I don't know because there's, you have so much to tell with your story. And I mean, it would take forever, no pun intended, to like cover everything, and you're still growing. And so, shout out to you.
Thank you.
Shout out to you.
Thank you,
Definitely.
and shout out to you as well. It's just it's like you vibe because you know what it takes to have something like this.
Yeah. Like you said, everything that I've done, me being a creative, that's my go-to. I'm not necessarily a hustler, I'm a hard worker. But I create things. That's what I do. When people don't want to help, I have to learn how to figure out how myself and do it myself. And that's what leads to so many different things. There was a brick wall that I ran into, but I was like, okay, well then I'll just create my own. Go over it around it and something. Yeah. So that's how I overcame everything. So I can relate to everything that you're saying. And so now it's like being able to provide a platform. I understand completely. Most of the time, people don't have to explain like I get it. I've been there. So. Now, that wasn't my goal, but I don't necessarily enjoy helping, but I like to put people in a position to where they can do for themselves. That does, I'm you give a person a fish, you feed them when they teach them how to fish, they never go hungry. I'm that person. Right. I'll teach you how to get it yourself, and that will bring me joy 5 years later when I'm like, yo, you did that.
Yeah.
That's how
you had the opportunities, you did it,
Yes.
And that's where you get your blessings now. And that's the good karma that we give off. That's why I don't care what people say about me. I don't care if people don't promote me. I don't care. Because does it matter? Because when we leave this earth, we don't even take our flesh. So at the end of the day, you do your thing and we bless others and it comes back to you. You know what I mean? So everybody that's doing the type of work that we do, major salute and shout out.
It's not easy.
It's not, and it's so many different personalities. You just can't take stuff personal.
And that's not easy to do.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do because I'm owed an interview. I mean, I need to do an interview with you on your platform. So we will pick this up on your platform.
Yeah, I would love to.
Because I wanted you to ask me the Stuck in the Green Light question, but I'm like, I can't take all that time.
No, you can't do that.
So absolutely.
You gotta come to the Stuck in the Green Light.
All right, well then listen, before you go ahead and give everybody your social medias and all of that good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, I am Fa'Ever, okay? That's Fa'Ever, the realest, all in one word. Check me out on Instagram, Stuck in the Green Light Media. I'm be coming with more pages, so watch out for that. YouTube, Stuck in the Green Light. I have my own website. It's saglmedia.com. You know, you can check out like past interviews. You can set up, an event, red carpet, and I also set up the red carpets too as well. So it's like, my website is just, the home base, and I'm just continuing to grow.
So the website is the one-stop shop, right?
Yeah, it's the one-stop shop. That's where you can go to everywhere. And I also, sell jewelry. And that's Fa'Ever Glitter Box.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's also on my website as well. Check out the fashion. You feel me? Because you can't work on the inside and not work on the outside.
Wow.
So all of that is all in one bumpity bump.
Okay.
Yeah, so check out your girl, you know what I mean? Dope times, positive vibes only, you know what I mean? And let's get it, let's go.
Let's get it. All right, y'all heard it here. Thank you so much for being here with us, and y'all stay tuned.